morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Robert Mack was in early. I don't know if he's still here. And it looks like Black Sheep and Cobus were here, but they had to take off. They're busy today. Hey, Joe, thanks for coming by. Hey, Tim, how's it going? I just watched right before this early. I got up early this morning, like 4:30 or something stupid. Anyway, and I watched Jim and Meow's deal on getting in. They got the Ranger, and it sounded like a hell of a price. So Tim was the person that gave him some insight on that. And I drove it in Tim's truck, a nice truck. I mean, it would definitely be the one I would have bought if I wanted a four-door truck. Definitely would have went for that vehicle. And I know Tim is debating on what he's going to do, but I'll let him explain that someday. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? James Morris, how are you? Thanks for coming. And I think, oh, Chris, what's the? Chris is my sound general. It sounds okay. Again, it sounds all right in my ear. I don't know how it sounds out there. I haven't have to watch, but I never look back and watch my live streams. It's bad enough that I have to look at myself for 2 hours, 3 hours right now than to watch it all over again. But I should listen to it, see what it sounds like. Hey Gary, how you doing? Thanks for coming. So let's see. The concrete is poured on the. I don't know. It's going to be something now because she went out and bought 3 lights for the, and it's the same, basically about the same size as the Thai kitchen, except there's no, sink on one side, and it's more open, and it's just supposed to be for that rolling rack of clothes, but I think it's transpiring into something else. The wood across the outside to keep the rain from coming in. So basically, it's only open on the one end, and I don't know what she's going to do about that. But I think for her dad, they bought tile. They're laying tile today, and they're putting down the tile, and then there'll be 2 lights in there, and they're adding a light out in front, in our front yard, basically. It's real dark right in front of the Thai kitchen. So they're going to add a light there, 2 can lights in that area. Probably put a fan. I didn't even ask my wife. Maybe I'll ask her before she goes if she wants to get a fan for. It's going to be a place for the clothes, but also for her dad. He makes his net right across the front door to the house, so to get in and out is a pain in the ass. Or in the middle of the living room or whatever, which normally I wouldn't really care, but people coming in and out, it's kind of a pain. So that's going to be kind of his area too. So I'm going to ask her when I don't think she's left yet. What time is it? No, she hasn't left yet. If she wants to add one of those oscillating ones like we put I have on the back patio of my room, and we have in the Thai kitchen. Hey, Mama Bear, how you doing? Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it, as always. So I'm going to say maybe a couple of days to lay the tile. Maybe 3. I don't know. My plans are, I went over last night, and my wife's boss has family land right here in Surin. It has one house on it way in the back of the property, and I'm going to guess it's 30, 40, 50 rye. I don't know. It's huge. And it's got a little building and a concrete slab and a pond. I'll show you a couple pictures of the area. Anyway, I went there last night, and I'm going to go Friday night or afternoon, set up the camp, start the video, and then it also has electricity because I was worried about having to run the generator, if somebody's there bothering them. So I will run the generator to show everybody how it works. I'll probably run it till it runs out of gas, and then for the nighttime I'll just plug in. And it should be fun. So I don't know. We'll see. And my wife can come up during the day on Saturday, maybe have lunch with me or something. And I'm just going to kind of kick back. I wanted to fish. He's got a bunch of fish in his pond and tilapia, I think. But my wife informed me that they are his pets. So I'm going to bring food to throw it out there because it sounds like there's quite a few of them out there. So anyway, it should be. Thanks, Chris. It should be fun. I think it's going to be good. Like I said, people that are lurking, new people that watch, people that watch this tomorrow or the next day, please in the comments of that when that does come out, let me know what you think about doing because I'd like to. I enjoy them, so it would be something that I would fit into to the YouTube. Whether I start another channel or not, I don't know. I doubt it. I think everybody will. They don't have to. You don't have to watch it. The first one, I would appreciate it if you all watched and gave me your input, good or bad or whatever. Not a problem as long as it's not abusive. If it's just no, I don't like it. That's fine with me. I want all the input I can get. Hey, Noy? We were just talking about the outdoor clothes drying room. Did you want to put a fan in there too?
Huh?
A fan for Dad. One of those oscillating ones. Since he's going to be running the electrical up there anyway.
Fan.
You know the fan like we have in the Thai kitchen?
Huh?
You want to put one of those in there?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. She doesn't seem too excited about it, but we'll see what happens.
You want to put?
Yeah, I think maybe for Dad, you have that. He can.
Okay.
You know, they aren't that expensive. What, 30, 1,500 baht or something? Or
Something like that.
yeah, I think so. Mama Bear can't wait. I love the glass. Yeah, I think it'll be fun, right? Absolutely. Cool. Yeah, if you guys would, leave a comment. And if I do it, which I'm going to make myself go and do it Friday. And that way I'll have it. I'm going to get like steak. I'm not going to do like real food. Maybe lunchtime I'll do like a sandwich or something, but I'm going to do a full breakfast, maybe fried potatoes and, over easy eggs and maybe a steak for breakfast too. I don't know. Definitely going to have a steak probably both nights. I haven't had it in a long time. Try to get some from Macro. And, and I'll have everything set up there. The refrigerator or the ice chest, the solar panels to charge the battery banks, the generator, the air conditioner, and everything else, the chairs and the camping equipment, the cooking equipment, the cot, everything. Anyway, you guys, I think it'll be fun. At least it'll give people a laugh to see the white Fereng guy out in the middle of the property there with an air conditioner on a tent. It ought to be quite. It'll be entertaining. I can guarantee you that. I'm not the best vlogger in the world, but it'll still be entertaining. Hey Tom, how you doing? Glad you can make it. For the what? For the fan fun. You bet. It'll be fun. I watch them. I don't know if you guys watch them all that much, but I've been watching them for a long time, catching cooks and solo camping, moto camping, and that's the eventual what I want to get to. I think I'm trying to budget. I have to go probably today or maybe tomorrow and see a guy that's a fabricator, and I think I'm going to just a one-wheel trailer, and then it's going to have kind of like a U-joint on the front so it can pivot both ways, so that it can carry the ice chest, the refrigerator, and the gas generator, and probably the gas can. So I'm going to say all that's maybe 120 pounds, 115 pounds. So it shouldn't be that bad, because the eventual thing is take off on the Forza, find a place to go camping, and go up there and lay it out in the middle of nowhere and have a good time, and maybe do that twice, 3 times a month or something. Depends on how much time I have. When I go during the week, it isn't that big a deal, because I'm not going to go no longer than maybe one day if there's no bathrooms. 2 days like this one is going to be the max if there's some kind of facilities there. I'd like to do a catch and cook type thing, maybe hook a tilapia and bring it up and cook it and eat it. I'd like to do that too. So we'll see, but I can guarantee you it's going to be, if you don't laugh, something's going to be wrong with you. But it'll be fun. Let me show you. We got 15 people in here. Let me show you the area. Let's see, that work? So this is right behind that gravel driveway, leads to it's probably I don't know, meters. I'm horrible. 5 by 5 meter concrete slab, and then there's a little house that's empty behind that, and then behind, way in the back, is where the guy lives, and then over straight back where I take the shot in, and also I've got a 4 meter by 4 meter tarp that I'm going to put over the tent and everything to keep. I've got some stuff to really take it down and hold it tight. We get some good winds here. That tree you see laying on the ground came down 2 nights ago when we had some wind blow through Sarin. So it does blow. So that's going to be interesting. It's a big tarp, big sail, so we'll see what's happening. But straight back where that little opening is, kind of you can see there, that's where the pond is. And I'll get a bunch of footage of that. And this is how you drive into the property. So it's a cool little spot. I think it'll be perfect for the test. I think it'll be awesome. It'll be fun. I'm gonna enjoy it either way. But like I said, after that, then I'll make a determination on if people like it and want to watch it. Then I'll do them. If they don't, maybe I'll start another channel and just do camping, solo camping. We'll see. I don't think so. I think most of the people on here are gonna, because I'm gonna talk about Thailand either way. So what else am I gonna talk about except for maybe my youth and a little bit more about me? You guys know I'm pretty open and transparent with everybody here on YouTube. I've gotten criticized by more than one subscriber who said that I open my mouth too much, but what the hell? I want everybody to know that I don't lie. Hey, what's up, Bobby? How you doing? Glad you could make it. Hey, is your wife still there, or did she go to work already? Oh no, she's got to be home, right? I keep forgetting it's nighttime. I was pretty excited that when I asked her, "Are you guys here?" and was messing with you a little bit, that she said before the end of the year. So did that get you excited? I got excited about it. Maybe it didn't get you excited, Bobby, but I thought it was very definitely a move in the right direction. So, but Bobby did a singing. I don't know if you guys subscribe to Bobby's channel. You probably do. Probably half of you came from there, but he's got an excellent voice. He does like country western twang stuff that's really good. And he put out a video this morning, and it was a premiere, so he could type in and talk, and his wife was on there, Jai, and I'm looking forward to meeting them both. Seems like a great lady. I'm just hoping that they can get here as soon as possible, because then I got somebody to go over and go to lunch with, have a cup of coffee in the morning. I haven't went out and met anybody here. Yeah, I think it was definitely a plus. She sounds cool. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a bunch of fun, I think. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. In case you guys don't know, me and Bobby met. We started the channels about the same time, and for some reason, he was trying to coax me on, do more videos. This is how we were helping each other, I guess, from the very beginning. And it turns out his wife's family land and where he's going to be coming is right here in Sarin, which makes it nice. So I know that he's met up with a couple people, Robert Mack, I think, being one of them in the States. I'm hoping they're going to be here before I go in November, but I think I'm going to go in November. I'm hoping that they're going to be here already. But if not, I'll go and see them before they get ready to leave to come here. I definitely will come by. If you're still there, I will come and visit. Be right back. Joe needs coffee. Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Yeah, I got a nice seeing Paul there. I got a nice email from Moonwa, thanking to come on, and how he got a bunch of positive. His name's Paul also. From the coming on here, and he's looking forward to keeping us updated and stuff on everything that's going on, which is cool. Anything, like I say, anything that I can do to give back to Thailand, I'm on board right out of the gate. John said, "Hey Dave, you're awesome. We here in Canada." I go, "Well, I would never criticize you, cheer." Yeah, but I want the criticism on the tent deal. Either way, like as long as it's not nasty. But like, if it's just no, I didn't really like it. I'd like to know. But I think I don't know. Does anybody ever watch those type of things? I don't know. Hey, Les is here. I haven't seen Les in a while. Hey, Les, how you doing? If you're not subscribed, subscribe to Retired and Living the Dream. Les and his wife, excuse me, just bought a. I think they were going to build on family land. Then the house that he lived in, they decided to buy, which I think was a good choice. And now Les gets to fix up everything around there. It's a nice house, but I haven't seen him in a while here. Anyway, glad you could stop by, Les. I know he's busy. He's a busy guy. I'd like to get over and meet him. Like I said, I think I told you guys, not the last time, but the time before when I went with the family to Pattaya. He was there, and a bunch of people were there. Mark was there, and a bunch of other stuff. But the person I talked to the most was Les, and he's just our type of guy from this channel. Upbeat, never negative. Usually 99.9. And everybody's got something. Although I never heard Les say anything. I shouldn't generalize, but I like to think I'm 99% positive. So. Oh, you're there now. Okay, cool. And that's close to the water, right? Rayon? Or close to Rayon, close to the beach? I know I'm envious of where they were. They're located. I wish I was a little closer, but it's okay. I'm going to go. I think we'll go and stay by the water. I haven't quite figured it out yet. The 20th, our youngest daughter has a singing expedition, a singing show, and we're going to go for that. So maybe I'll put in a couple of days over at Pattaya, see Mitch, and maybe Mark will be there then. I don't know. Yeah, and Tom, and anyway, maybe make a 3-day little trip out of it. John said I want to come in December, but now this Pelosi business has got me a little worried. Yeah, I don't know about her. I'm so horrible. It's always nothing but bad things ever come out when you talk about politics. But I don't know. I'm so disappointed in everything in the United States. Like I said, I still bleed red, white, and blue, and always will. But I live in Thailand, and I love Thailand, obviously. But some of the stuff they're doing back there, I don't know. We were just talking about you. Were your ears burning? You got your truck? I just watched the video this morning, so I missed it when it came out. But at the end of it, you said you were picking it up on Tuesday. And if I'm not mistaken, being retired, today's Wednesday in Thailand. And we were talking about it earlier, a four-door Ranger, white, I believe, that Jim and Meow have purchased. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I had said if we wouldn't have had the D-Max, and I would have, and we wanted a four-door truck, I would have definitely bought the Ranger. But you won't believe how it would have been nice. It would be nice to have a SUV. Now we kind of have both, but the amount that I use that truck, or family, hey, can you bring when you go from Udon to over towards Pattaya, can you bring a scooter I have here for Uncle Bill down the road? I mean, there's always something to do, and it's always nice to have a truck. That's and I think you made a good choice, I guess is what I'm saying. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Just saying hi, good morning. Hi. Paul saying hi, John saying hi. Hi, Jim down under. And then what? Where's the video? Yeah, he's got to. I mean, they had to film picking it up, right? Who's the editor? Is it all Meow, or Jim? Do you do part of the editing? Got it. Headed back to. Got it. Headed back to Thailand tomorrow. Staying in Korat tomorrow night. I was just saying hi. Gary's putting up time to get going. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm caught up. I think it's definitely. I think you made the right choice. I think you got plenty of room in there. Um, I mean, it's only going to be you two traveling. I mean, so you've got that whole back area. If I didn't have kids and four people we shoved in the back of ours to go to Ko Chang, the I'd have plenty of room. But what my wife wants to get for the D-Max is a carboy, which I would call a camper shell or a shell for the back of the truck. And here they just shove the kids back in the back and hope that you don't wreck. But a lot of people put them in there so they can carry whatever, at least 5 adults in the front of it and 20 kids in the back. I don't know, but we might do that, and I might use that for camping in the beginning. Anyway, I know I'm using it on Friday. I'll be loading it up Friday morning probably. I'll load it up Friday morning, and then I'll have that out there, and then she'll come and visit me, I'm sure. That'll be out tonight. So I'm guessing Meow is the editor too. That's awesome. And I'm imagining there's no reason in the world that you would have bought a manual, right? You bought an automatic vehicle. I'm hoping, Jim. I'm sure you did. I can't see. That's the only thing with my D-Max. And like I said, usually they're cheaper. And Thailand people that I have met, I don't want to generalize too much, but that's why the bigger seller is the Honda Wave, because it's the cheapest. It was the cheapest scooter pretty much available. And if they could save 1,000 baht, they'd buy the cheaper one. And that's why I'm sure that this truck is a manual. But like I said, on the road, going through little cities and stuff, you have to shift a little bit, or if you get stuck in Bangkok or Pattaya or something like that. But on the open road, like going to Koh Chang, it's a 7-hour drive down to the boat or to the ferry. Not bad at all. But this one, our truck doesn't have cruise control, and when we bought the kicks, had to have cruise control and had to be an automatic. So, but yeah, an auto. Yeah, thank God. But I'm looking forward to the video because I like the Ford, and that's a great price. That's what we paid for the kicks, 900 and something. And I know Jim had told me what he had paid for that one. I think when we were in Koh Chang, and I was like, wow, that's a hell of a deal. I like I said, if we didn't already have the truck, we probably would have bought, we would have bought a truck. But she loves her kicks. She's all over the place in it. Is Uncle Craig here? Did I miss you? Yeah, there you are. My 4-door Isuzu D-Max 4-wheel drive automatic. Yeah, great vehicle, man. Did you see I commented, I'm only 2 behind on your videos now. Did you see my comment on the one with the bats? You probably haven't seen it yet. Hey Raymond, how you doing? Glad you could make it. No, but if you guys aren't subscribed, I think you have 308. I looked today, subscribers. I think you like Uncle's channel. By all means, subscribe if you're not. It's free to subscribe, and check it out. It helps him get closer to 1,000. But let's see. Just sub to Gary. Good move. Thanks, Paul. Him said move to the DC suburbs when I had a manual only. Yeah, and let me tell you, when we first started the air conditioning business, right? We were 19, and we had a 1964 Chevy with a service body on it, and it was a 400 small block with a 3-speed on the column. Okay, and then when we got to the first truck, he went and bought a automatic, big, long, extended utility bed on another Chevy. talk about a nightmare, because we did all the AM PMs in Los Angeles, South Central, East LA, just a nightmare place to go at 2 o'clock in the morning. But then during the day going there, traffic all the way out, traffic all the way back. I could get all the way back, maybe spent 4 hours in traffic that day, get back to the house long enough to take a shower, pager go off, and right back down to South Central again. It was a nightmare. Truck was awesome, but to on the in bumper to bumper traffic, it was a nightmare. But I don't know whatever happened to that truck. I think it got crashed. I can't remember. I think I crashed it. Coming, not my fault. Uh, but well, that's good to hear. I'm looking forward to the video on the on the on the vehicle. I'm curious to see. I haven't seen one in person. I've seen them driving around, but I've never looked at one. In case you didn't notice, I have a regular cup now instead of the midget styled cup. I've changed. David, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Let's see. Yeah, David. It's a gold standard. Yeah, I got a kick out of that. It didn't bother me when you showed yours in the mother. I guess you call it a mother-in-law pad. I don't know, whatever you call the little knockdown. I don't see anything wrong with that. Easy to get to in case there's any problems. And I don't know. Yellow, I think they use because that's the electrical color, right? Like, white is and blue is water, and I don't know what gray is, but I think that's what I mean. To me, it might have been better in even a dark gray. I think maybe if I had a choice, but that might not be up to code. Maybe it didn't pass pass OSHA requirements. But I'm imagining. I think that's why they do it. I think yellow is considered power. I think white is too. Maybe somebody knows. Craig probably knows. No, he might know. I don't know anything. I mean, I was surprised when we built here. It was almost like building almost building in the States. You had to get the plans approved and go here and stamped and blah. We didn't do any of that. The builder did. Never any that. I mean, they came out to the house, but only to make sure, because it was a bank loan, to make sure that what we were asking for at a draw was far enough along, so we didn't get way out in front of ourselves. But it was, and some of these places, I know you could just pretty much build a house out in the middle of nowhere, and no one gonna say anything. Raymond has a question. Why do the bathrooms in Thailand have that window in the bathroom, in the bedroom? Have the window? I don't know. Mine does too. It's fogged out. But I have, and I don't know. I didn't ask Tim. I didn't see yours. I'm from the United States. When I go to the bathroom, I want to flip on a switch and hear a fan go on, and suck everything out of the bathroom. Plus, it also, my bedroom, at least this bathroom, I leave the door semi cracked, and if I turn the fan on, the light on, it comes on with the light, and then go in 5-10 minutes later, it's cooled down 15 degrees. So I don't know. I put them in. I don't know if Tim did or not. Did you put them in, Tim? I don't think you did. Yeah, normally yellow is high voltage. Okay, and like white is low voltage or something. I don't know all their codes, if that's what you want to call it, code. The hotels. Oh, the window. Is that what he's referring to? Hold on. Why do the bathrooms in Thailand? I don't have a clue. And they have blinds on them. But my wife, even here, like I said, it's not a see-through window, but all of our bathrooms have a big, what do you call it, obscured, glass in them. I don't know. Maybe they're hoping to get a look at this naked. Can't be, right? Let's see if see. We'll find out what we were talking about. But I think you're probably right. Gator Raymond probably was thinking that. But I don't know. I didn't look at Tim's when I was there. Tim, do you have windows in yours? No window to the bathroom from the bedroom. And I know you got windows in the bathroom that open, and that's supposed to suffice for venting the bathroom. But because I know you have water coming in there temporary, I saw it when I walked in there. But you don't have fans, do you? I'm talking about exhaust fans for the bathroom. Fart fan. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it's pretty common. Even in the United States, a lot of people say, oh, well, in a building, oh, it's already got a window in there. Well, window don't do crap, as far as I'm concerned. So I've always, and we were partially responsible we were responsible for that when we were building or doing air conditioning and ventilation, HVAC. We didn't do much residential stuff. We started the company and like right out of the gate was all commercial, 99.9. The only residential we did was if the owner of this giant corporation that gives us $1 million worth of business a year, grandmother needed an air conditioner put in her house or something like that, we'd do it, of course. We weren't stupid. But I would definitely put it in. I mean, I did. I put them in all three. And it helps. We don't have the problem here of it, being cold or fogging up or, it will if you sit in there and run. I mean, run your water for 3 hours and sit in the shower and get it. You might get a little bit of something on the mirror, but it wasn't a big problem. But that it does get rid of that too. May replace a window with the fan since there's two windows. Yeah, and they're cheap. I've got ceiling ones in and then ducted over, but the ones that you just put in where the window would go and that have the backdraft dampers on them would be fine. The house that we came from, the rental, the bathroom downstairs had that. That was the only one that had a fan in it, and it had that type of fan. And they're cheap, ridiculously cheap. Gary's saying there's. And I'm imagining that's meow now. Bobby saying hi to Bobby, Tim and Jake. How you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, as Bobby put up, there's the link. Please subscribe. Hope everybody's trying to help everybody else out, like Bobby with all these people from these glorious ladies that I just get a kick out of watching and singing a smile on my face. They come on. They support this channel. I go over there and try to support them. It's a good. If you see them pop on, I'll encourage you to join their channel. Let's see what Craig's saying here. The whole big window for the bathroom is more natural light, especially for women doing makeup. At least that's what the Google says. Well, the Google's the almighty, and Google's never been wrong. Christian and Dave. I'm glad you guys got it. I hope you're happy with your truck. I just can't see how you wouldn't be. I think it's going to be an excellent vehicle to tour around Thailand in and help your whole family. Because like I said, could it be a pain in the ass every once in a while? Yeah, kind of. But it's nice to have. Even here, when you get to a point where maybe wherever one of your home bases is going to be, you might want to do a little workaround on remodeling a bathroom or a bedroom or this and that, and you just drive down to the Taiwazadu or wherever you want to go, and you got a place to throw your tile and your cement and everything in, and it makes it nice. I would have gotten did you get a bed liner too? They put a bed liner in it for you? I would have done that probably. Those are the kind of things you can have Matt on, and because they're kind of sticklers on price here in Thailand. I don't know if people know that. Usually if they put a price out, that's pretty much it. In the United States, you can, little fudge room there. Well, where they use their fudge room is like the covers over the windows so that you can crack the window and the rain doesn't come in. Tinted the windows. I'm curious what you guys got. If Jim wants to chime in or meow, either one, I'd be curious if you got tinted windows, if you got the little rain deals, because I would highly recommend the being able to crack your window like that. It makes a big difference here. Now I can have a drink. Excuse me for 1 minute. Oh, that's good. Good and cold too. So there's more people in here. In case you weren't here earlier, I did find a place. I'm going to do. The camping thing this Friday. I'm going to go over. My wife's boss owns like 30, 40 rye right here in Surin. And I went over and looked at it. They got a concrete slab area. There's somebody that lives way in the back of the property. I'll show you just real quickly. I ran through 3 of them earlier just to show you what kind of the area. This gravel over here is the road in. And right out here, this tree came down in the wind. So I have a 4 meter by 4 meter tarp, but I have some interesting ways of tying it down. I'll show you in the video. But right in the back over here, towards the end of this picture, is a pond, and I'll do something from there. But he doesn't want me to fish. The fish are his pets, so I wanted to eat one, but he wouldn't go for it. So anyway, this will be where I'll be camping. I'm hoping to do it Friday and Saturday. Maybe edit the thing on Sunday and have it out by Monday or Tuesday. I know I've threatened that a couple of times. I'm definitely going to do it this time. Let's see. Yeah, Tim's living there now, if I'm not mistaken. If I missed something, and you've already said that, but they have the master bedroom's pretty much done. They have temporary water and electricity and stuff, and I think they have air conditioning and water in the master bedroom. They just don't have any place, excuse me, to cook. So I guess they go back to the niece's place. Who the niece? I talked to Tim about that. It seems like one of the good ones. Gave them a place to stay, and I guess they're kind of tight little bunch right there, which is cool. I like to see that. Raymond saying, I'll be 70 in November. I went back to work. What do you think? Quit. Can you quit? Are you in Thailand, Raymond? I don't even know. I'm horrible. I would, I don't know, you're 70. I don't know if I remember everything about your situation. Enlighten me again. The mind is the first thing to go, so they tell me. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Let's see. Everybody saying hello to Sean, Dip Media. In Texas. Are you going to retire here, Raymond, or you just like to come and visit, vacation in Texas? I mean, if I was retired can you retire? Put it that way. But if I was retired in the United States and I wasn't planning on going anywhere, I'd probably work because I'd probably be a lot bored. So over here, there's so many things to do, and your dollar goes so much further. Like we were talking about the other day, I think it's almost impossible to live in the U.S., at least in California, if you don't own your home, and you've got a hell of a, not just dependent on Social Security, you've got other retirements like I have. I just can't see. I could, because I could have stayed there and lived on the money that I bring here, but I can live so much better here. So I don't know. That's interesting. I'd like to know. Never want to retire from being retired. Yeah, I hear that, Les. It just, like I said, I knew, I've said this before, when I was a kid, 3 weeks out of the year, my 2 uncles and my mother came here with my grandmother and grandfather from Connecticut to California in 1953 or 4 or something like that, a couple of years before I was born. And we'd all vacation the same. Where I lived in Bass Lake, that's where we went from the San Fernando Valley. And it was really surprising because a lot of people from the San Fernando Valley went to Bass Lake. I seen people up there that I wouldn't see walking around in the San Fernando Valley. But anyway, we would go there 3 weeks ever since I could remember, 10 years old, 12, all the way up till into 21, going up there and drinking in the bars. And had an absolute ball. That's what was so great about living there. But spending time with my uncles after I became of age, which was 16 to them, then they could cuss around. I wasn't a child anymore because I never heard my uncles cuss in front of women or children ever because I was a child. So it was interesting to see those words come out of their mouth when I miraculously turned 16. But from that point on, I said, my uncle had just started to get into real estate and stuff, and he ended up still retiring fairly young. He passed away way too young. But I told him back then, I don't want it. 3 weeks a year? Well, what are you, crazy? I've been busting my ass since I was 14. I want to retire as early as I can, which I think it was right around 50. I'm so horrible that I can't remember when I retired. But I think I was 50 or 51. But that was me. I wanted to do it, and I ended up retiring a little bit earlier because if you watch the channel, my cousin had ALS, and I helped him out for a couple of years. Came from Southern California to Central California. I would stay down and help him out for 4 days until it got so bad that he needed, someone to really take care of him. I could only do so much as his cousin. I had too much problems in my mind, I guess. But anyway, so I got to do that, and then after that, I kind of had an epiphany, and anyway, things turned out for the best, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so Raymond answered something because he said, I retired in 2007, and what did you say? She doesn't have a passport here. Okay, so wait a second, I missed something here. What did I miss? I want to move to Thailand. My wife won't go. Okay, and your wife, I'm imagining she doesn't have a. She's from the U.S. also, Raymond. Because I know I didn't have a passport up until 2015. So. And I'm imagining you went back to work because you're bored. I'm guessing. I'm only guessing. Yeah, me either, Les. Not at all. If I could have done it at 49 and 3/4, I would have done it at 49 and 3/4. Yes. Yeah, and she doesn't. Have you guys visited Thailand, or you can't get her to even go on vacation? I imagine you probably visited, right? Well, if you don't have a passport, how did you visit? How would she know that she doesn't like it, or she just has too many? A lot of problems. You're 70, so you're even up there higher. I'm 65. My mom's going to be 90. We've been through the end of our lives trying to get everything together, and woohoo, can't wait for this next 20. And then mom or dad fall ill, and a bunch of people on this channel have had this problem that, well, I can't go because I have to take care of mom, or I can't go, I have to take care of dad, and that's your responsibility, and it should be, the way that things go down. But it makes it tough when you think, oh, I can't wait till I retire, and then I can go do this and this, and no, I still got responsibilities. So good, bad, or indifferent. Luckily, I have a brother, and he kind of watches out for my mom there. So when I left 4 years ago, she was in a lot better shape than she is right now. But supplementing her Social Security. Okay, what did I miss? Yes. Has she been here? You guys been here on vacation, Raymond? Sorry, thirsty. Got to do some more. You've got a gas-operated machinery. Oh boy, the next video could be a multi-million view episode. Please be careful. Stay safe. Remember, you can hire a guy all day for 500 baht or 400 baht. So I look at that and I'm going, okay, now I've got all this stuff that needs to be cut down. I could do it in probably 6 hours of sweating, just horrible conditions, 100% humidity. It's going to be 98 degrees today. Or I could pay this guy 12 bucks over here and he'll do the whole damn thing. I guess we have different views on things. Of course, Craig's in a lot better shape than me, obviously. And maybe if I was in better shape, maybe I would do more stuff. But I figure I'm helping the community, right, by giving this guy 12, 15 bucks. Let's see. So you're supplementing, by going back to work, you're supplementing your Social Security. So when you retired in 2007, were you collecting Social Security then? Or just, you must have had something, right? Retirement of some sort? You don't have to answer any of these questions, by the way, Raymond. You're not obligated to give out any information. I'm just curious. I'm sure the people are too. I'm basically retired at 56, but looking at a few options for some part-time cash just because I have time. Yeah, you get bored, I guess. I won't. Like I said, if they legalize ganja, which some people say it's already done, and sorry, but I don't believe that. But supposedly it was going to be 3 months from a month ago or whatever it was, and then they were going to reevaluate everything, let everybody do whatever they wanted to. Weren't going to, push anything or any laws or anything. No one was going to go to jail or get arrested. But then at the end of that 3 months, they're going to evaluate and say, okay, here's the law now. That's my understanding. I could be totally wrong. That's my understanding. If that transpires, and I have Thai family here that want to learn how to, grow hydroponically and make money at it, I would teach them. I would have to find out, is that actually working? I don't know. Do I need a work permit? And if I don't make anything, is it working? I don't know. I don't consider it working. But anyway, let's see. She had a heart attack, broke her back, hit her head, and caused traumatic brain injury. She has made a great recovery, but won't leave. And see, there's another one. The grandkids, that's another. It's tough, man. It's really tough, and I don't blame her. Like I said, if I've got grandkids there. I've got one that was born when I was had the tube down my throat in ICU, and I haven't seen her yet on FaceTime, but haven't actually touched her. So it's a tough deal, It's a tough deal. I totally understand that. Have to. It's a bummer, but I understand it. I figured if I do it myself, I can use that 500 baht for 10 meals after work. That's a good way to think about it, Craig. Definitely. But I just excuse me. I just don't, I look at something and I'm going, I don't know, I'm too fat. I need to get motivated. My knees are completely shot, and I know I bitch about them, and yet I'm talking about not going to the doctor on Friday already, and it's only Wednesday. Got to get them replaced and stuff. So there are certain factors that I need to get stuff done, and maybe if I did them, maybe I would feel better and actually want to do something. But for me, the most thing is, here's the dough. Let me point. I'll be over here drinking I'll probably drink iced tea, but I would drink 1 or 2 Leos with anybody, with Craig too. So let's see. Dr. Dave. I know. But it's a tough deal. We've talked about it quite a bit here because a lot of the people are, I'm going to say, between 50 and 70 or 55 and 70. It's something that you don't think about. I mean, I never thought about, first off, I never thought about my wife dying. Who sits around and goes, oh, what happens when my wife dies? I had 3 days to figure that out. And then, and some people don't have any, so at least I got 3. But it doesn't ring into it when you're thinking about, oh man, I can't wait to, we're gonna, as a couple or whatever, we're gonna go retire and do this, this, this. You don't think about, well, grandkids you do in a certain sense, because I've got a cousin that has been taking care of her granddaughter since she was, a day old, and the kid's like, I don't know, 10 now, 12. How do you walk away from that every day? Every day. So, but you think about, oh, is my mother going to be sick? Is my father going to be sick? Am I going to have responsibility to take care of them? I would have never thought of that, but that's what happens nowadays anyway. Unless you're just, don't care. Sorry, mom, sorry, dad. You had your hurrah, I'm out of here, which I just can't see happening if you have any moral fiber at all to do that. But it's tough, man. It is a tough deal. Bobby's had to face it big time. Jake, I know, has some stuff. Mitch, same thing. I mean, pretty much everybody, if their parents are still alive, and you're 60 to 70 years old, your parents are going to be close to 90, and could have, and could live on, for 5, 6, 8 years. Who knows? And like I said, I hope, and I had told Bobby about this before. I think as a father, I wouldn't want to be a burden on my son to finish his life out. I would hope to go in one fell swoop. I don't want to hang on, and I don't want to be a burden on anybody. And I'm sure if you're a father, you would want that for your children, whether you be a mother or a father. You would want your children to. Isn't that what we strive for? To make a better life for our children than we had, and then go on with the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but that's the way I look at it. Let's see, and I have rewired a couple of houses. If anyone asks me to do this again, give me a slap. Yeah, Les is really good with the electrical stuff. When I first started watching Les, he were putting together that little solar deal that you plugged into the outside to give a little bit of help to the house. But Les is pretty good on that stuff. But it sounds like I wouldn't get involved in doing pretty much anything. I think I'm doing a lot by pointing and saying, this is where I want the plunge pool, this is where I want the pond, and this is where I want the building. But yeah. What did they answer on that, Tim? I didn't ask. Did they get a bed liner or get everything sprayed or I know I've been rambling, so I know I missed it. Yeah, great channel, isn't it? He's got a lot of good information. And he's a good man. I met him face to face. I think I'm a pretty good judge of character, especially when I meet somebody face to face. Yeah, I hope for a quick exit. Yeah, just not too soon. I'm the same way, Bobby. I mean, but like I said, as a father, I know right now I wouldn't want to be a burden to my children. Not when they're trying to do their deal, and they're no spring chickens, at 65, 70 years old. So I don't know. I that's the way I feel anyway. Could be wrong, but you have that. How do you walk away from something like that and be that? Because I'm a selfish bastard. I've told you that before, but I could never walk away from something like that. Like if my mom was sick, even though my wife had passed away and everything, and I was freaking out. I didn't know what I was going to do, what was going to happen. I still, if she was ill in any way, I would have stayed. I would have stayed in the United States, sucked it up, and did what I needed to do. Oh, what's Jake saying here? Nope. What did I do here? Everything turned blue. I highlighted everything. But that's not all. There's more. I'll throw in. So what did I miss? Premium wiper blades. Because I was asking earlier and I missed it. Jim, did you get either a spray liner or bed liner and the cover for the rain, over the windows and the tinted windows? I think that's the biggest one. And you probably already answered me, but I'm old and senile, so you have to answer again. Let's see what Raymond's saying here. Question: will I have trouble getting into Thailand after 70 years old? No, no trouble at all. The only thing that you need to have. I'm imagining you're not going to move here, but you're talking about coming to. Excuse me. Coming here to visit or whatever. Just have traveler's insurance and make sure you're insured. The only bummer here, if you were to move here, not bummer, you'd have to pay a little bit more money for and have a little bit harder time finding your insurance. And like I said, I'm an advocate. I cost me $1 million because I didn't have insurance. So I'm a stickler on telling everybody you need to have insurance. But no, to come here, I don't think you'll have any problem at all. I wouldn't think anyway. Oh, to move there. Yeah, even moving here, you just would need a retirement visa, and you can get that here. I would get a 90-day, which is a 60-day with a 30-day kicker, and then I would come here and get an O visa, and that's pretty much it. You have to bring in 67,000 baht a month and show that every year, or you can bring in 800,000 and keep it in a bank sitting there, and you just show that every year, and don't have to worry about anything. But it shouldn't be any problem. Biggest thing's going to be getting your insurance. You can get it. I heard it's hard, and it might cost you a little bit more. That would be the only thing that I could see. Right. Hey, traveler, how you doing? So is all of us in our generation, because I'm also self-back. Yeah, it's tough. You want to, because even in the back of your mind, I wasn't. I was, because of my uncles and them watching them bust their ass all year long for 3 frickin' weeks, was like, something ain't right. That just isn't right. I want to retire. And back then they were looking at retiring maybe when they were 65, or whatever, and I was going, no. So always in the back of my mind as I was growing up was, yeah, I'm working hard and it's 110 and I'm on a roof and my back hurts and my legs hurt and everything else, but I'm going to get through this. I'm going to retire as early as I can, and I'm going to enjoy what I have left of my life. You got to remember, when I was younger, I didn't, first of all, I didn't think that I would live to be 50, but as it turned out, I did. But yeah, I mean, how do you, you're, I don't know. And it never dawned on me that, well, wait a second, Dave, you have responsibilities to mom and maybe an aunt and or uncle, maybe this and your kids and your grandkids, and that never really dawned on me that it would be in the equation, but it sure is. Yeah, what did I say, 67? I don't know why I got 67 in my mind, but yeah, 65, which I think is about what right now, 2,000, 2,100 at the exchange rate, something like that, U.S. dollars, right around $2,000, I think. So, and if you come over as a married couple, you can get a marriage visa, and I think that is 400, so basically half. So there's a couple different ways you can do it, because you have to be over 50, and you have to have that much to qualify for the visas. Are there other ones that you could get? Yeah, there are, but that's what I would do. The only workaround that can't be done. Yeah, that would be the hardest, I think, is to get the insurance. Although that I have heard people getting it at 70, 72, whatever. So it must be possible. Maybe Les probably knows better than I do. He's been here longer than me. But let's see. With health insurance, maybe a more difficult issue. Yeah, I would find out before you go, because like I said, I wouldn't. I was in the hospital for 3 months, man, and it cost $30,000. It cost me $1 million, and I could have used that and bought a brand new Ford pickup, right, Jim? But I decided to give it to the hospital here in Surin. And thank God I had my girlfriend, my wife now, with me, or I'd be dead. I got lucky here in Thailand. Here, Tim is saying, AXA or A&A offers insurance for 70 plus. There you go. There's a place to start right there, Jim. I'm sure you could find them on the almighty Google and check it out. That would be the biggest obstacle, I think. Hey, Jay East, how you doing? Good to see you. That would be the biggest obstacle. That once you got here, like I said, unless you don't meet the money requirements for retirement visa. Once you get here and once you get on that, like I said, Les lives on an incredibly cheap amount of budgeted money each month. But I'm guessing on a couple, if you're in the $18 to $2,200 range, you could have quite a nice life here in Thailand. Me personally, I bring 3,300 in, but I have 50 or 60,000 baht left over each month. Now, granted, I have been putting it in the money pit here. That's what I wanted to kind of cut the bleeding here for a few months, let me breathe, because that was my let's screw around money. Yeah, 55,000. Yeah, and he owns a place. Well, you own it now, which helps if you could buy it. It helps if you can, ride a scooter or buy a car. But transportation, if you lived in a place like I would in Bangkok or whatever, they have their public transportation stuff. But even in Pattaya and stuff, they have Grab and everything now, where it's quite cheap to get around. But that would be a substantial amount of money, depends. See, I have the house, right, which is 14.3, and that's about what I would say. You could come here and find a real nice one-bedroom apartment in Isan for 5,000, 6,000 baht. So what is that? 200 bucks, $210, something like that. Anyway, you can live here quite comfortably on a couple grand, and there's proof of it right there. And I know Les has done a breakdown on it. I know I have, but mine are old. Plus, I think everybody and their mother's done them. It's pretty much, how can you tell somebody you need this much money to live when they're going, yeah, but I need to go to the bars every night. I drink probably between 20 and 45 drinks every night, and I want to chase 20-year-old women. Well, you're going to need about 10 grand. So if you got 10 grand a month, come on over. It's hard to, you understand what I'm saying. It varies. It depends, and what kind of life you want to live. I just wanted a nice, easy, calm life. I got lucky by finding my wife, who was 39 at the time. I was 62. And she worked for 20 years for the government. She goes to bed at 9 o'clock when I do. It just, like I said, I'm the luckiest man in the world, not just Thailand. So it's easy. Now let's see. Larry, got my second eye cataract surgery, but have to get reading glasses. That's what I wear, I think. That's what I wear. I've got to try to figure that out too. I'm sorry if you've probably been saying stuff in here and I hadn't seen you. Welcome. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. But in Raymond's case, I would. It's sad that your wife, doesn't want to, and I shouldn't even say that, because it's not because she doesn't want to. It's because she has grandkids she wants to see. So you gotta, weigh it out. I miss my grandkids, but me, I have the ability. Once everything gets back to normal, my original plan was staying here for 4 months and going back to the United States for 2 to 3 weeks, so 3 times a year. And to tell you the truth, after 3 months or 4 months, I kind of jones for seeing my mom, seeing my friends, seeing my son, seeing my daughter, seeing my grandkids. But FaceTime does okay for me in between that. But if you have the ability to fly back, I would, if it was me, okay, this is my solution to the problem, if I had the money, okay, is I would just tell my wife, hey, anytime you want to fly home and go, stay with the grandkids for a month, go. You know, same thing that my sold my house to my nephew up in Central California by Bass Lake, and he loves it up there. He loved the house from the first day that he saw it 20 years ago, and but his wife she had friends and stuff for her area, and he basically said that. Now, granted, she could just jump in a car and drive for 4.5 hours and be down to Southern California and see her friends, but that's what I would do. I would tell my wife, hey, carte blanche on the, going back and seeing the kids as long as I can look out my window and see this kind of stuff. I'm a happy man. But that's me. I want to eat as well. I smoke, like an adult beverage. Yeah, but something like that, like me, I was a smoker up until they put that tube down my throat. By the way, if you want to quit, go into intensive care, have them shove a tube down your throat for 2 months, and you're pretty much over the cigarette thing. And I was smoking 3 packs a day, have for a long time. But they're so cheap here. I was paying, I want to say 60 baht or so for a pack of cigarettes. So I was paying, what is that, guys? Under $2, like $1.60, $1.70, if I remember right, for a pack of cigarettes. So that isn't going to probably, unless you're smoking 20 packs a day, but that's not going to affect you too much. The buying a Leo and drinking a couple Leos at home, that isn't going to kill you either. But like I said, in moderation, when I'm talking about somebody that wants to go out. And there's nothing wrong with a 50-year-old man, because at 50, I still thought I was 30, and wants to run around. I never got a chance to like, what do they call them, monger the bars in Thailand. But hey, to each their own, and I got nothing bad to say about the women that are doing it. They're doing it to take care of their families. A lot of people don't understand here in Isan, especially, they make nothing, and they go to the bars and they can make a lot of money. And if they can get their mind right and not have a problem with doing something like that, who am I to tell somebody what they can or can't do with their body? It's not my decision. But I'll tell you one thing, the women in Thailand take care of their elderly. My wife will take care of my mother and father-in-law, bedridden, whatever, until they're 120, and me now. So I give them all the credit in the world. So but it's all relative. Like I said, if you've got that $2 to $3 grand deal for a couple coming in here, I think you're pretty much set for having a good savings account each month. You can have your 6-pack a day, even, and 3 packs of cigarettes, and you're not going to have any problem. Plus, you can eat out 4, 5, 6 nights a week or every day. I find it, they feed me, but I find it cheaper. If I was by myself, I would just go out and eat street food, meat on a stick, sticky rice, any of the easy dishes that I like in Isan. You can do it reasonably. That's why people ask me, can you live on $1,200-$1,500? Yeah, you can. When you can get a place in Isan here for $200 a month, then you figure it out. It's not hard to figure out. And your meals are, even if you ate out, your meals are 40 baht, a buck and a half a meal. So you're eating on maybe $5-6 a day. It doesn't take much to figure it out. You got your insurance you got to pay, and you got your electricity and your water. Usually the water's in on the condo or whatever you get. Sometimes, most of the time, your internet is also. So yeah, you can. Would I want to personally push the envelope at that $1,200 figure? No. But the most of the people that are retired, at least from the United States, because I don't know more than the United States, the average Social Security is between $1,600 and $1,700. So that, I think, as a single person, is not a problem in the world. The problem is going to come in at getting a retirement visa. So, but if you've been saving all your life and you've got 40, 50, 60, 100, $200,000 in the bank, taking 30,000 and shoving it in a bank account here in Thailand is not a problem. Then you've met everything, and that 15, well, I think the actual average that they came up with, from what I hear, $1,675, which sounds about right with what I get. Some of you will be more, depending on what you worked and stuff. But anyway, yeah, you could come here and have a perfectly good life. Are you going to chase women every night? No. Are you going to go to the bars and have, every night of the week and have 6, 8, 10, 12 drinks? No. But you could have a good life here. Country boy can survive. Yeah, exactly. What did I? Okay, I missed a whole bunch of stuff here. J's, double A. Okay, Tom's talking about insurance, I think. Cool. Another office, make your budget. Les, there's my alcoholic friend spends 20,000 baht on Leo every month drinking at home. Wow. Yeah, so it's all relative, guys. You just gotta think in your mind. It's not what anybody, Les is going to tell you, what I'm going to tell you, anybody. You need to know how much it costs to get a place to live. And if you're in the $200 to $300 to $400 a month, it's pretty much a no-brainer to figure out the rest. It's not real difficult. I mean, granted, you could take somebody like mine, what I'm telling you, but basically that's the way that it figures out. And, it might cost you 1,000, 12, 1,500, 1,800 baht a month if you run your air conditioner quite often. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, the place you're renting will take care of the water and the internet. Even if you don't and you want to get TV and internet, it might cost you 1,000 baht. You're going to need a phone. You're going to need insurance. If you buy a scooter outright and you're young enough and confident enough to ride it, that's a good way to save a buck. It only costs you, whatever, 1,500 baht a month for gas. So you can do it, put it that way. But that's unbelievable, 20,000 to drink at home. Wow, I couldn't imagine. Now Les is kind of familiar with the bars too, because he worked, if I got that right, down there when he first came here. Worked as a bar manager, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Les. So he knows more about that type area, that what happens there. I don't, but I know that if you're out drinking, it could add up real quick. I know that from drinking in the United States 30 years ago. So, Jay's saying, thank you. I imagine that's for the insurance. I want to eat well. I smoke, and I like an adult beverage. No, I'm back. I think I already said that one. And I think you're fine with all that, Raymond. Gator, Hank Jr. So we're talking about songs now. I'm gathering. And Jake probably had a hand in some of that, I imagine. Oh, excuse me. I get 2K a month and have a 2K in the savings, I think. Yeah, I think you'd be fine. You'll find out real quick, but I think you're fine. Like I said, if you're gonna go out and spend a whole bunch of money on drinking out and stuff, it'll come right off. I told this story before, but when I first got to Thailand, I had no idea except what I saw. So what I took was, I think I took 2,000. I took 2,000 baht a day. Okay, I went down to the bank and got 1,000 note, 500s, 100, 50s, and 20s, and then broke them down into daily 30 bundles, right? And the first day I went out, I'm going, okay, I bought my cigarettes. There's 250 baht. I bought breakfast. I bought lunch. I was under 1,000 baht, and I was done for the day. I'd had my smoothie. I've had 3 meals. I, had all this. So there, after the week, I had like 6,000 extra baht. So I said, maybe I should reevaluate this. So I took all my money down and broke the 1,000s down into smaller bills. And I think I ended up with like 1,200 a day, and that was like way on the high side. I still had money left over, so it's all relative. No, not work, but lived. Okay, so you just lived there. Okay, I thought that you worked there, but I still haven't been to a bar in Pattaya. James was going to take me the one night I was there last time, and I was tired. Just when everybody's starting to go, I've already been asleep for 3 hours when they're getting ready to go out at 11 o'clock. So I do want to check it out, because I've only just seen on YouTube and old videos, because I know on YouTube now they don't like anybody flashing any kind of recordings inside the bar. But fun for 2 years, but that life, yeah, I bet it is, and that's why I'm saying it's all relative. I'm lucky. I'm not a drinker. I'm lucky enough that I can still enjoy two margaritas with Mexican food, which is my favorite, or to sit down with any of you and have one or two beers. But then I'm right on to Diet Coke or soda water or whatever I want to drink. I'm lucky enough to be able to do that. My friends aren't so lucky. 90% of them are alcoholics, and sad to say, 60% of them are gone too young. Talking about Nikki Dungia, of course. If you guys aren't subscribed to Nikki, that would be great. You'll enjoy her channel also, and she could use the boost. She needs watch time now. She's got over 1,000 hours, and she's a good one. She's a moderator here, but she's in the UK, so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you haven't seen her, go check her out. Have a great day. Okay, you're checking out? All right, Jace. I hope to meet you, too, next time you're here. I'm going to make a point of getting over when people are coming in, getting over to the Pattaya area. So, 2 jumbo margaritas, my love. Yeah, I can feel it. Like I said, if you've watched this channel before, I'm not a good drunk, and you will never, ever see me intoxicated. It's probably been 25 years, at least 25 years. But like I said, I'm not. I have the ability to drink 1, 2, 3, and when I feel a little woozy, I switch it on out to soda, and because I'm not a good drunk at all. I wouldn't put that on anybody. But let's see. Where have we been? 1 hour and 20 minutes. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. So what I'm going to do today is put together all the stuff in boxes. And all this stuff that I'm putting in boxes, except for the ice chest, which is the refrigerator, the power boxes, and the air conditioner, and the gas generator, and gas for the gas generator, can go on the Forza. I've got a 90-liter dry bag that goes across the back. I got my 2 side boxes, my top box, and I just bought a center bag that goes right over the gas cap. If you're familiar with the scooters and the Forza, it's big. It's 21 liters. It's a good size. I don't remember where to put my clothes. That way I can just unstrap it, take it right in with me. So I got to have the trailer built. Again, anybody that's watching, I'm going to go out and do this camping. It's going to eventually be a moto camping thing. My tent is an air-conditioned tent with a gas generator that runs it, and I'm going to have fun doing it, I hope. And when I do it on Friday and this weekend, I'll try to edit it and have it out. If you would please, at least comment on that video, even if you don't comment on anything, and give me a thumbs up, or, no, I didn't like it. It wasn't my niche, or, yeah, it was great, we'll watch. I'd appreciate it. I have a Coke addiction. No sugar. I like them too. That's what's in here right now. And I don't know if you're from the States and you've never haven't been to Thailand and drank their Coke Zero, they're not allowed to use the same sweetener or whatever they do in the United States. I like this Coke Zero better than I like the regular Coke. There's no aftertaste. There's no anything. Jones, and it gives me every satisfaction of drinking a soda with no sugar. That's probably no good for me. It'd probably kill me, but I do enjoy it. Let's see. A 90-liter dry bag. I have to call my yeah, because I got the tent, and I've got extra poles, and I have a barbecue, a breakdown one, chairs, tables, cooking gear. I mean, you'll see it all in this video. I'll kind of lay it all out, maybe, and show you. But, and this trial one is to actually maybe say that, I don't need all 3 of these tables that I've got that come in a bag. There's large, medium, and small table, and maybe yay big around. Maybe I only need just the medium one. So I'm going to be right. Excuse me. Writing a list on what I need and writing a list on what I don't need to take out of there. Do I need 4 canisters of propane? Probably not. So this will be a good one. I'll be going in the truck, take it all there. It's on front of the family's family land. It's about not even 10 minutes from the house, so my wife could come over and check on me. Probably on Saturday, I'll probably talk her into coming over and bringing me lunch or something. And I'll probably throw that in the video too. But it should be neat. It should be nice. Yeah, I thought about, and I might go that way too, Bigfoot. Glad for coming in. I might go that way. I don't know. After I have the trailer built, what I did was I got a nice cot that breaks down into a bag yay big and yay big around, and it'll take 300 pounds. And I bought a big 6-inch air mattress, and I can sit on that. And if I don't have to get down on my knees, I think I'm going to be fine. If I have to get down on my knees, even after I get them operated on, it's still probably not going to be a good thing. But yeah, it has crossed my mind, and it might be the way it ends up. But this one wheel, if you go on, it's surprising. Everything's on YouTube. I put in there one wheel scooter trailer, and I got all these stuff, motorcycle and all that stuff. Because the biggest thing is how I'm gonna connect it to the Forza. I had one on my Harley, on my, what was that, 90, 89, I can't remember, full dresser, and I had a tent trailer on there, and it did the up and down and deal, but it went right to my back axle. I don't have that option on the Forza. It's got the belt drive on the one side, and I can't get. Anyway, there was another way that I think I'm going to do it, but it makes it a little bit tougher. And it depends too. If I go and the guy says, I'm going to charge you 50,000 baht for this trailer, then maybe I'll think twice about doing it. Or here in Surin, like I told you guys before, November, December, January, February, at night, it drops down below 70, and it's comfortable at night. The daytime I can put up with a fan. I've got a fan, USB fan blowing on me right now. So could I get through the night? Probably. So if that's the case, maybe that would be the only time that I would do it. But I'm hoping that I can get it done for 10 grand, 10,000 baht, maybe a little more. Because I don't want it to look like a piece of shit too. It's going to be hitched up to the bike looks awesome. I want it to look at least decent. And I'm hoping to do that. And hopefully I'll know within the next week or so. Inflatable jacuzzi. That might be an option too. I do want to kind of, the one place that I've had 3 other places. It's all in the same area on the way to the border. And they're government owned, and they have lakes and streams and all sorts of stuff. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get to a place where I could go swimming, where I could do catch and cook and fish and that kind of stuff. And they have a restroom and that kind of stuff. Because that's going to be a little limiting for me. Even if it's someplace I don't want to, I can't, I couldn't go to the bathroom in a Thai-styled toilet. Just ain't going to happen. So there's some option. The one that I saw that I would go all the way over on Joe's side, the Pachuap Kurikon, Joe did a video where they showed the tents right on the beach. They had a restaurant there, clean grounds, showers, bathrooms, everything there. The only thing that I don't know if they had electric, but that might be something that with the fan I might be able to get away with. So I think they're getting into camping a little bit more here in Thailand, or it seems that way anyway. Let's see what Chris says. Coke Zero, Coke no sugar with sativa, both better than regular Coke. I'm bouncing off the walls. Yeah, and I can't have the sugar. I'm a diabetic, so first stages or whatever it is, take one little pill or something. I don't know, but it's not good for me. And he said I've been controlling the sugar levels great every time that I went in, so that it gets away from that. But I'm sure the other stuff will kill me before probably the diabetes would. I don't know. Yeah, we went down there. That's where I bought that's where we stopped and checked it, and that's where they have all the furniture And I bought 2 pairs of thongs. I shouldn't say thongs, sandals. Somebody's gonna get me up now. Santa in a thong. Anyway, and I bought them the big karaoke machine with the 2 cordless microphones with the kids and my wife loves. So yeah, I like it down there. They got a lot of stuff for sale down there, and I think it's Cambodian border. A lot of nice furniture, and surprisingly enough, a bunch of camping gear, sleeping bags, tents, fold-up chairs, a lot of stuff. I was really surprised. If I missed anything, guys, put the bike inside the camp. I thought about that too. Um, it is possible. If I get out there, I had fun. I did it twice in the States right before my wife passed away. And still in the States, I have a 2003 Triumph Tiger 955i. Anyway, it's not the best, off-road type thing, but a little top heavy. But it's got side bags and a back box, and the motor's incredible. On the road, it's awesome. And I was only using it for maybe fire roads and stuff like that. It would be fine. I'm too old to be out there, doing too much on what I call an enduro. I don't know what they call them now, but I do, but I can't remember the name. But and I still got all my camping gear there, tents, everything, another 90-liter bag, all the stoves and pots and pans and chairs, and I got everything there, sleeping bags. So I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll bring it back with me when I come. But I enjoyed it. But again, even then, what was it, 2018, my knees were still horrible. But this cot thing, I think, it's comfortable. I can sit on it. I can get up and down off it, no problem. And I don't have to go down on my knees. So I think it'll help. Eat some morning seeds with ET and me. Yeah, send me some stuff on it. I'll try anything. Don't I like trying new stuff. Don't tell Bobby you have karaoke. Yeah, no kidding. You're probably right. Chris. Hey, John, I've seen a few Harleys on the road, but yeah, makes me miss. Yeah, I gave my last one, my 2008. I gave to my son. It's still at my house, or now my nephew's house, with a bunch of my stuff. But he put it back in the corner of a big, giant metal building I built there. I had two. I had a full dresser in New York that I was going to redo, and man, I'm telling you, I'm a Harley guy I rode a Panhead to high school, and I love that Forza, man. I can't say enough about that Forza. It is perfect amount of horsepower, at 65. Was I always trying to bump up every bike I had? You bet. With between headers and exhaust systems and punching them out, make them as big as I possibly could. And every time I got into that, it was nothing more and more problems, side of the road, stuff. So I don't know. I enjoy it here, especially. Now, would I get a bunch of crap if I was riding a scooter in the States? I'm sure that I would probably get in some altercations. It is possible. John says I have a 2009 Fat Boy in the U.S. I miss it. Can't wait. Yeah. I gave this one to my son with the anticipation he was just going to sell it and use it to buy a house. But I had the Triumph too, and the Triumph was an awesome bike. And so I do I miss Harleys? Yeah, I mean I have to say I do. Would I enjoy riding one if I had one here? Yeah. Do I want to spend $1.5 million, $2 million, 30, 40, $50,000 on one? No, I don't want one that bad. But you can buy them here. You can rent them here too, and they're awful expensive. I know James looked into it when we were going to go on that bike ride, and it was outrageously expensive. Excuse me. Hey Douglas, how you doing? Dave cannot be. Yeah, I know. That's true. No doubt about that. Hey Aaron, what's up? Glad you could make it. I had a lot of job bikes because I don't like being a mechanic. I'll tell you what, man. That 62 pan that I had that I should have never got rid of, I had it so dialed in. I mean, back then in the day, go to the rock store or something in California or out to the beach or where any bikers were, and you pull over, and when they got ready to leave, all you seen was a whole parking lot full of panheads, flatheads, knuckleheads, trying to just kick and kick and kick and kick, trying to start their bikes. I had a dual point ignition dialed in on that bike, and with the key off, it would have been sitting for a while. I'd put the choke on halfway, kick it through twice, take the choke off, and turn the key on, and boom, every frickin' time. That bike was amazing. It was a freak of the century. I should have never got rid of that bike, but I do enjoy them. I did enjoy them, and I probably will again. I'm sure that I'll ride again. The sun is shining, no rain. It's nice out, isn't it? It's nice here in Serin too, and I'm gonna be outside. Hey, how you doing, Zoe? Glad you could make it. Douglas, I know, right? I had to go out and check. It was a green screen. Yeah, there you go. Hopefully, excuse me. I was telling Chris. I talked to, or not talked to. I commented on one of Mike's videos that he put out. His walk along the beach there in Boston or Boston area, and he sent me a nice comment back, and he said he's looking forward to coming there and me meeting Gracie and everything. And I said, yeah, I am too. I said I still want to meet up with Chris and Dana, and I just want to meet. I want to meet as many people as I can meet. I've had such good 100% going right now with people that I've met face to face. I don't want to stop. I got my bank account as well. It was my fault. I went to the wrong bank. I still paying out. Yeah, so you did get it. And what are you here on, John? Tourist visa, right? Am I right on that? You should do a time lapse video on the camera. Yeah, I could do that. I got a couple of I got tripods and stuff that I never really use that I bought, plus all this stuff that I've got sitting on the desk. So I've got one, two, three, four, two GoPros and two a mirrorless Canon and a full size Canon 70D, and I think I have three tripods. So yeah, and I've got a crap load of batteries. So I'm gonna have to start digging all that stuff out too. Well, let's see. I had a lot of Harleys back then, and I could, and what? And I could outrun all of them. You couldn't outrun a couple of them I had. I had a little sporty that I built up a 70. It was an AMF bowling ball deal, 1200. That was a little bit more work than that 1200 in there, and it was lightning fast. Just had a 60s. Yeah, that's all you need. And I still have people asking me, you did it so long ago, Dave. Maybe they don't do it anymore. And I don't know. Like I said, Jim, Bangkok Bank, as far as we know, Jim and Meow tried to do it, and they said you need to get your passport verified or notarized or something at the U.S. Embassy. And they did that, and they got it. But I talked them into, or they were going to another bank, and I said, go to the other bank and see. I guarantee you can get one. And he walked out that day with a bank account at a different bank. So I know it can still be done. And they told me when I came here, everybody that I asked in Thailand that had been there for a while, oh no, you need to have a long-term visa and this, that, and the next thing. And I'm going, just can't be right. So I went and talked to the immigration. Said, I want a bank account. Oh, no problem. You just need to get this, this, and this, and bring it to us, and we'll give them to you. So I wanted to buy a scooter and a bunch of other stuff too, so which I did, and that's where you need those verification of where you live, of residency, I think is what it's called. I hope to meet up with the VKK YouTuber community. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's sooner than later. Gator, there's no escaping. uh, let's see what Les says. Time to go, Dave. Good luck with the camp. Look forward to watching. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Les. Hope your life is a wonderful thing, which I know that it is. And tell your lovely wife I said hello. And not good. I probably only have about 7 or 8 of them left. Once the water went over, it's not. I mean, I change the water 2-3 times a day, and you got to leave some of it in there because you need the bacteria to finally come up. So out of I probably lost another 25 fish. It sucks. I think I got 6 and 3. Maybe I got 12. It sucks. Let's see what the bank letter from immigration had the wrong bank on the letterhead. Of course, can't retie. Yeah, that sounds better. But like I said, if you're here, that's why you can never. You got to be sabai. You've got to be able to roll with the punches to be here in Thailand. You got to take everything and let it roll off, man. And if you're retired, it's easy to do. Or I found it. And I was a cranky. I was not a. How can I say this and not cuss too much so my grandkids could look at it down the future? I was, I always had to have it now. Give it to me now. How come you didn't do this? Why? You got to let all that crap go. And like I said, if you're nice to them, they'll tell you, hey, you can go right out here, make a left. You can get a picture here. Go right 2 blocks. There's a place. Get this paper. Get back here. You could be back here after lunch, and I'll push you through. If you want to cause a scene and raise your voice and you're never going to get anywhere. You'll still be doing it as they're throwing you out of the country, hoping you could stay. But it is. It goes a long way being nice to people here in Thailand, and the one to be nice, people in the bank, people that you're, immigration, these are people that have control over the way you want your life to go, let's see. All right. You both take it easy. Yeah, I know, it sucks. And I've had them for 2.5 years, I guess. Never had any problem. And then just being here and being in the frame of mind I've been in recently, I've been lackadaisical with the water checks and stuff like that. I figured everything was going to be, and it's stupid. It's my fault. So another thing I put on myself. But I don't know. Hopefully I can keep these alive. And then I told the wife, we'll move them over. I'll get everything, put a cover over it. I'll put a UV light on it. We'll get everything back up to normal, and then she can start adding fish as we build the other koi pond again. So, yeah, that's it. That's all you can do. Great attitude, John. That's the attitude you got to have to live here. And believe me, if you have that attitude, Thailand's an awesome, awesome place, man. The people are great. Like I said, 100% of the people that I've met through YouTube here in Thailand have been exactly what you see. Chuck and Paige and Joe and Gift and James and Fa and Mitch and everybody, Tom, everybody that you've seen come on the panel. You see, this is what you get, and that's what I like to come across. That I'm hoping that when somebody meets me, they're going, God, you're exactly like you were on when I watched you on there. That's what I want. I surround myself with good people and stay out of trouble, stay away from trouble, and live a good life here in Thailand. Hey, there's Alex. What's up? Good morning to you. Let's see. What did I miss? I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Raymond saying the information you get from this channel is invaluable. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, you're more than welcome. Like I said, always check with the government, especially if it's something that's, and I'll usually say that when we're doing, this is what I have experienced, but check with such and such and find out. But that's what's great about this channel. Everybody is, if I don't know, Jake knows, or somebody else that here knows, or, James, Chocolate Man in Thailand will pop out and go, that's not right. I was watching it. You can't do that. So you can get, I think you can get a lot of good information out of here. Just make sure you verify everything. Like coming to Thailand now, I know is a breeze, and a lot of people were waiting for that. Gator, it's the best on YouTube. What's the best on YouTube? I must have missed something. Oh, thanks, Jake. All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be back and retired here, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't see how you can't, man. Like I said, I tell everybody, everybody's heard it a million times, if you're not going to retire in your own country, at least come and give Thailand a 3 or 6 month shot. I think you'll be more than pleasantly surprised with how your money stretches, the people, it's just a great place. I'm lucky I ain't going nowhere. I'll be dying here in Thailand. All of the fish die. Just wait until the pond. Yeah, I know. I'll let her, because she's devastated. So she likes to go and buy, So I'll let her. As long as I've got them I'll have the 2 going, because I'll still keep what I put in was an isolation type tank to get it. But once you lose that bacteria and you've got so many fish, there's nothing you can really do except dump the water, pretty much every day, and try to get the ammonia levels way down as low as you can, and keep the pH as low as you can without killing them, because ammonia is relative to the pH. A 1 point ammonia at 6, a fish might get through. That same at an 8.5 is what a normal koi pond pH would be. It'd kill them in 30 seconds. So once you lose all that bacteria, it's just like starting a fish tank. You start the cycle. So you put them in there with a couple of goldfish and you let them go, and the goldfish you put in there because they're hardy and they can take the ammonia and the nitrite and all the cycles. And then once you get to them, then you can add a fish and then a fish and then a fish and watch it every day. So that's what you have to go through when you got 40 fish that, even when you're not feeding them, they're putting out a mass amount of ammonia. Just hard to do. So I put up this other one and trying to get it going, but yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Oh, you're completely over it? Oh, not yet. Here it is. Not yet, but feeling much better. I know I've been watching, and if you guys have Miley's channel, why don't you put that up, Jake, or somebody, if you haven't already, which you probably have, and his live channel. Awesome. Good job. Not that I have 1 million subscribers, but you guys know that I don't suggest anybody that aren't stand-up, good, 100% quality people that you'll enjoy watching their content. Well, Alex is one of them, and his girlfriend Miley just started her channel and is doing extremely well. And if you like, she does food, and they a lot of with the dog. They just got a dog and stuff. It's good stuff to watch. Hey Scott, how you doing? Glad you could make it. Everybody's saying hi to Alex. Ah, there you go. There's Miley's. And she changed her name too, right? Or is that the same name, Alex? Is that the right channel? I thought I heard something about she changed her name, probably from James. Of course, James could have been doing it just because he didn't want her to get any subscribers. Just kidding. James is another good one. Hey, why you tripping? Glad you could make it. Another good YouTuber, if you guys aren't subscribed. Let's see. What was this one? Oh, my bad. I'm trying to catch up, guys. Hey, Robert Mack, how you doing? If it wasn't the right one, I'm sure you guys will figure out and put up the right one. I'm only going back to downsize, do some trips, headed to the USA for the 120th Harley Davidson, then back. Where are you at? Australia? I'm imagining. I think. John, and then to look at the rest of Thailand. Thailand's awesome, man. Like I said, and the way, and I think the Australian, if you are from Australia, the Australian dollar's getting stronger against the baht too. I don't know what's the baht today. Anybody know? Gator, do you know? Is Andy here? Hey, Andy. There's Andy. Andy's a member too. I gotta figure out what to do. I said after I got 20 members, I would start doing something, and I got 22 now, so I better do something. I don't want to go back on my word. Let's see. I think I'm caught up. No, I'm not. Who's this? Just saying hello, Scott. Hello to everybody. That's what else is awesome about this channel. I can go off on a rant or a ramble, and everybody will talk to each other, and I hardly miss anything. Sometimes I'll miss a little bit, but that's what is good. I just cleaned biofilters on my fish pond this morning. Yeah, it's just, I have to say it was my fault, man. I just got out of it, and I'm usually pretty good at that because I don't like losing fish. I guess that's the same. So is the same one, or is that one different? I don't know. Whichever one. I think this is the one. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe. You'll enjoy it. It's a good channel, and she's doing really well. And she's Thai, and I like to support people that are actually trying to make a little bit of money at doing it, which they should. Yeah, that would be fun, wouldn't it, Douglas? Okay, Miley's story. Okay, we got it. We got it now. But how many subscribers does she have now? She's gotten quite a few. She's done really well. So it's only been what, a couple of months or a month, I think. And of course, Alex has done great. He bypassed me in the wind, which is awesome. I'm all for everybody. I use healthy pond for biodegradable pond treatment. Eat spirit treats. I'll have to check into it. I've never used any kind of fancy anything, and I probably should get into the. I'm kind of a old style. I like pumice. I like a lot of different biomedia, and I use moving bed. I made one out of a pool filter and turned it around and stuff, and I'm running the same size media in there, and I like rock, and I like filter mat. I like to have a little bit of everything. Japan was always coming around. Now they've gone to showers and stuff like that, and on the new pond I will be putting in some trickle towers is what they are, but they're showers. I'll be running 2 of those on the new one, along with 2 moving bed, a 3rd chamber of just mat, and then the regular brushes in there. I'll run through the brushes and stuff. So it'll be a lot better, but you still got to test once a week, man. And I just got, I screwed up. All right, Jake, take it easy. 36.3. Okay. So it came down a little bit, right? Or is that up? What did I do? I don't know. 36.19 to 1. Still pretty good, right? Anything above in that area I'll take all day long. Simply toss the spear into the pond within the spirit of the pond. Maybe I'll look for it. I don't know if they I can import it though. I'm sure I can import it from somewhere. As long as the water temperature remains 45 degrees or above. Yeah, what did I test the water at? 30, 29? I don't know. It wasn't bad. The outside pond is not covered, and I never had a problem with it. The balance was absolutely perfect, and when I treated one fish, she wanted me to treat the fish, and I treated them with um, potassium manganate. It's an oxidizer, and it kills a lot of stuff. Something happened, and I didn't run it through it. It boggles me what happened, but that everything went off balance after that. The tank got green, and I should have known then that what was going on. Hey, Andy, thanks. I appreciate it. Anything for the kids, that's for sure. Aussie dollar 25.5 had a high last week of 25.8. Yeah, but that's pretty good for the Aussie dollar, right? I think it was moving in the right direction. Thanks again, Andy. I'm moving down the line here. All right, I'll check that out, Aaron. Appreciate it. Oh, only 3 weeks. Wow. And how many subscribers has she got already? She's got 178 subs. Thanks to you guys. So if you guys aren't subscribed, go back and check out Jake's deal and subscribe. Like I said, especially I like to see Alex make money at it, and James and everybody that should be, and that's why they're doing it. A little bit of extra money never hurt anybody, but especially for the significant others like Fa with James, and now Miley with Alex. Anybody that can do it, and especially like Joe changed his whole channel name and everything to be Gift and Foreigner Joe, so that it could be in her name. And maybe the same thing that ever comes off of this will always go to my wife, and she will never use it for anything except to go back into Thailand. So it's awesome. You got a bead filter too. Cool. I didn't know you had koi. Did you tell me that before? My mind's horrible. Down a little. Okay. Hey Mark, how you doing? Hi. I would like to retire to Thailand myself, but the language is a big barrier for me. I wish it was more like. Oh, okay. It wasn't for me so far anyway. The Philippines do make it nice that you can speak English, and I don't know. Some of the places I have a friend that just moved there and is probably going to stay there permanently. I can't wait to go. I'm going to go with Chris, I hope, and at least 7 to 10 days and check it out. I've seen some. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Some of the places, and I've talked to people before. Is it bad? Is it good? It's just like any place else in the world. There are bad places and there's great places. So I want to go check it out. But I think money-wise and cost of living and stuff, it's probably cheaper still to live here. If you meet somebody that like works for the government or has any kind of interaction with Farangs or with English-speaking people, my wife gets me about 90% of the time, and I can tell when I'm talking to her, and I get that, what? You can see it in their face, and the worst part about it is she'll look right at me and go, "Oh no, I understand. I know you don't." So I have to occasionally do that, but I understand what you're saying, and it's hard for me. I've been here 4 years, and I can say 4 words, which is absolutely just horrible. But I don't know. If you find the right one, you can find them that you can find some ladies that speak good English. Dave, when is the tent setup demo? I might have missed it this morning. No, Friday. I'm going to go Friday afternoon, set up everything, and stay Friday night, all day Saturday night, and break it down on Sunday because there is a restroom there and stuff like that. And if I want to take a shower, I can just jump in the truck and drive 8-10 minutes away and take a shower here at the house and go back. So I'll see, which I'll probably do. But when I had it here, I had it under. When I set up the tent and put the air conditioner in it and fired it off with the generator, it was probably 90 out or so. Granted, it was covered, which it's going to be now with the tarp. And I want to say it was close to 70, low 70s, 73. I'm going to have a temperature gauge there too. So we'll get some we'll get some information. Uh, hey Nanette, how you doing? Here's some of the Filipina uh, people from Bobby's channel. Great people. By all means, go over and subscribe to Nanette. You'll get a kick out of if you like singing and having a good time and looking at beautiful women. What more could you ask for? They're just great, supportive, nice people. So please go support them. Um, oh, Robert McLeave, sorry. See you, Robert. Dave, I love what you did for this. Yeah, thanks, Raymond. I've got some more of that coming up too. We have a little bit extra stuff that we got to go do that I've got to get to. I've been not so much putting off as we've just been busy. Here, there are places I would go in the U.S. Yeah, true. I mean, any place. I felt comfortable in Costa Rica, and I feel totally comfortable every place that I've been in Thailand. If you have a certain mindset, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Like I said before, if you guys haven't watched it, Alex put out a video on being sabay, let everybody, oh yeah, here, don't get yourself in a stupid situation. And like I've always said, there's always someone bigger and badder than you, and maybe smaller and badder than you. And I'll attest to it. But staying out of trouble with people here, and it's not hard to do unless you put yourself in an alcohol-induced situation where you're maybe alcoholed up, and so is a bad situation would be with a farang. An absolute ludicrous, stupid situation would be in some kind of a confrontation with a Thai person, because now you could be kicked out of Thailand and everything else like Alex puts it, over a chair that somebody said that was my seat. Do you want to be involved in that? No, and Alex has got it absolutely 100% right. So if you haven't watched the video, go to Jiu-Jitsu Passport and watch that video. I'm not just being able to say the words, but all the pitch and letter will completely change the words. What did I miss something? I probably did. If I did, I'm sorry. Andy Stubbs. Let's see. Hey Peter, how you doing? Good morning. How are you doing? Gator's back already. Oh yeah, exactly. I understand what you're saying now. Sorry. Sometimes things go right over my head. Yes. In fact, they've got a video out where someone says one word and whatever, I don't know what it is, dot, 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 means 8 different things. So if you said dot, 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 you would say, and it is true, Mark. You're absolutely right. And is it hard? Yeah. It's hard. I just make sure, I didn't think that to be with me, someone has to have an absolute great sense of humor. And yeah, my wife is absolutely great at it. I think we've been in maybe 1 or 2 arguments over something stupid in 3.5 years. And that we have been in arguments 8 or 10 times all over this house. But never long. Never more than 5 minutes and done with it. I will not put up with holding on to anything anymore in my life. I don't care if you've got a problem with me. We sit down, we hash it out. When we walk away from this table, it's handled. I'm not going to do anything in my life like that anymore. But it can be confusing. It helps if they have a good sense of humor, because they'll take it once you do figure out, no, I didn't mean that. They'll laugh about it. But it is interesting. I just love I don't know much of the other Asian women except for the women that I've met on through Bobby's channel. I'm talking about the gals from the Philippines. Nice, great women, and I'm sure from what I see, they have the same mindset as people here in Thailand. I don't know, man. I love Asian women too, or I wouldn't be here, right? Yeah, there it is. Avoid conflict, #1 rule. Yeah. And it is too, because it's like, It's just stupid. Like I said, in my youth, it was a sign of weakness to not to do that. Would I do that now? You bet in a heartbeat. Somebody come up just like Alex said, "Hey, you're sitting in my chair." Oh, really? Let me get up. You know. And if they back me into a corner, then it's a different story. But I'll give them two, three chances to go away. They'll have to really back me in to get me to do anything. Which, when I was younger, all they had to do was just say, "Hey, you," and that was pretty much the end of that. But living in Thailand, Alex has the exact same, or the exact what you need. You just need to, and it's not you're not going to run into it all the time. I would say if you're going to have a problem with something like that, you're probably a little bit younger. You're probably running up and down walking streets at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're going to have way more of a chance to run into something like that. I have never seen, especially here around in Isan, okay, but just, have there been the occasional drunken, Thai person, that might ask some stupid questions and whatever, but if you're laughing it off and they're laughing, having a good time, and then you go on. If you put yourself in that situation, just be, especially if you're here, man. I couldn't even imagine what I would do if they asked me to leave Thailand and I had to leave my wife here and my Thai family. I don't know what I'd do. So I'm not going to put myself in that situation. Time to go edit. All right, Alex. Have a good day. Hope to see you soon. I'm sure I will. Peter, we must protect our reputations too. Yeah, to a certain extent here, I don't know, I almost feel like it's it is a different country. I almost feel like I'm a different age now. Like I said, at a certain point, it's going to get to where, hey, you're pushing it, man, and things are going to happen maybe that you're not going to like. But I will give them one or two chances where I never would have given anybody anything, any leeway. And saying goodbye. Everybody's saying goodbye to Alex. Yeah, you can be kicked out of the Philippines too. So, yeah, report and say they kicked out, blacklisted, and never be able to. Yeah, and that's what I couldn't deal with, man. I mean, my wife doesn't even have a passport to leave Thailand right now, let alone, I wouldn't be able to see the kids and my in-laws even. I mean, they've been part of my life for the past 3 years, and I don't, and my wife is just, I love her dearly. So I will put up with a little bit more crap in my mouth if I can. Like I said, I've never been put in that situation, so I don't know how much I'm going to eat, if any. I mean, I might say all that I'm saying right now because I've got what I know is the best way to handle the situation, but maybe my blood might boil over and I might just go off. I'm hoping that don't happen. I'm hoping to be able to give who it is a certain amount of leeway and let them, walk away, call me whatever you want to call me, and go on your way. Would be what I hope. Because if the other part of that is having to leave Thailand without my wife and my family, I don't know what I'd do. Is Andy leaving? Gotta go. Hold on one second. I'll come back to Douglas. Gotta go up to the carpet in one of the bedrooms at home, laying down. All right, Andy. Thanks again for the super chat. You're the man. Dave, I'm taking Noon to the birth temple for her birthday on September 18th. Oh, cool. What is the chance that we can meet up somewhere? September 18th. So, the 18th of next month, August, September of next month. Probably very good, Douglas. Just stay in touch with me. I'd love to meet up with you. No doubt. I would never want to see any angry Santas. Yeah, I don't want to anymore either. I'm old, man. Do I think I've got a little bit left in the gas tank? Yeah, I do. But do I want to use it? Not really. I mean, it's going to be painful either way. All right, Raymond, take it easy. Have a good night. Hope to see you on the next one. I'm gonna go pretty soon here too. It's been over 2 hours. Um, let's see. I hope Brock is okay. I think he pulled some teeth, so I'm hoping. I sent him a message this morning, hoping he was all right. So I'm hoping he's doing all right. He might just be kicking back. Raymond, have a good one. Mark's saying, yeah, I do. Yeah, when I get there, it's time I go to some Southeast Asia, retire, and then turn around and be confronted only to get kicked. Yeah, wouldn't that be ironic? I just, it isn't even so much that, having to eat some, whatever. It's just, as much as you could do, I just I don't want any problems, and hopefully the person will have enough sense to say, okay, they might go the opposite way. I've got the upper hand on this guy. I'm going to attack him now, and that would be a big mistake. But I hope it doesn't go down that way. But Alex does have a good video on it in case you want to watch it. Maybe your reputation is that you are caring man. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate it. All right, guys. It's been, what has it been? 2 hours and 7 minutes. Again, you guys are awesome, man. I have such fun doing this. I never thought that I would. You guys are all a bunch of special people. I hope that I get to meet each and every one of you. What's today? Wednesday. So Friday morning I will do a live stream before I head over to the tent camping. I'm hoping everybody can make it, and I will catch you all on the next one.